Alright, so a lot of people ask and argue about what makes a good Call of Duty team. I hear all the time from fans that a team needs slaying above anything else. I think that's just a fan mentality because that's not necessarily true. Just look at Optic Texas last season. Sure, they had Shotzi, they had Dashy, they added a Slayer like Pred, but arguably their biggest get was Kenny as a true leader for the team. The difference from a MW2 season where they win nothing and stumble out of champs to MW3 really was a leader like Kenny. So that brings me to the quote unquote super team LA Thieves are rumored to be forming. I'll say it that way for now. I look at this team, you have Ghosty, Scrap, Hydra, and Envoy. And my first thought is that's a lot of personalities in one room. I worry about it. I mean, the slaying is off the charts, but I feel like if this team gets in a rut, who's going to bring them out? Maybe that's why they went to reunite Censor with Envoy. I think that's a good move. I think that's the best thing for this team because they're going to need Envoy in full leadership mode. Don't get me wrong, this team will win an event and probably be taking series off of FaZe and Optic regularly. But I do worry about them long term. I worry about their composure with this specific roster. I mean, you're adding two of the most prolific players at the positions in Scrap and Hydra. So it's hard to say that that won't be an amazing team. And that's not what I'm saying, okay? All I'm saying is it's just a lot of talent and ego. But if I were building a team to go against Optic and FaZe, I think this is the one that has the most talent comp. We'll see. But in my opinion, having a leadership guy really is what wins championships in this league. Just take a look at the past championships won. It's not always just the most talented team. I think that's fair to say. And I'm not saying they won't have that. I don't think that they won't have a leader. But I am interested to see who steps up as that guy. We're a little late to this one, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Doug Censor Martin, who is usually the COD community's favorite punching bag. I mean, there's montages of him all over YouTube about pretty much talking about how much this guy sucks. I don't agree with it. I don't think Doug's the best player. It's besides the point. I'm on a tangent. He's usually the punching bag, but he broke the world record for pull-ups with 9,250 in 24 hours. I mean, Doug has always been a strong dude. We all know the tank top jersey and all that, but this is something else entirely. This may sound a little bit silly, but I like to think that these esports skills transfer to other things. I'm not saying this proves it. I'm not saying that he isn't an elite athlete, but you have to tip it at the very minimum. This achievement takes another level of work ethic and training. And you could just see through this whole process he's been on, tuning into his stream, even the stream where he's actually doing it. And I think he took that same dedication he's shown to have for Call of Duty and was able to use that well to get him to this goal. I saw the aftermath of what his hands looked like, and it was disturbing. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying that in a very impressive way towards him. I even heard people saying his blisters would burst and bleed throughout the whole thing. I mean, wow. We live in a world where a lot of people talk about goals and do nothing about it. So you have to give props to the guy. He worked hard. It paid off. You love to see it. I mean, good for Doug. I know a lot of people roast Doug. It was cool to see the community really rally around him as well. Good for him.